Hi. Hi. Let's come in and see. Yeah, look at. Yeah. All right. So, hello all. Hello you. Hey. Hi. Welcome. Welcome back. By back, I mean welcome back to the Goodbye Garden series. Duo. Dos. Number 2. And this is from my side door, our side door stoop, which is soup for the soul, right? Serene, scene, soup for the soul. So, if you were joining me here at my side door stoop, you are catching me in my Goodbye Garden series. And in short, I'm Annie Redbird Restorative Gardens. I am the ambassadress and the proprietress of that wonderful landscape design and outdoor styling business, focusing on therapeutic landscapes. And this series, if you care to hang with me, this series is my Goodbye Garden series. In short, if you want to stick around, I'm going to be sharing with you scenes from, serene scenes from my garden that I will be moving away from. And so if you're interested in hearing how that is for me and what that may mean for us, then hang out with me. Not interested? You can swipe on by. But hey, so we're doing number 2, dos. And it is about this garden. I'm going to do my, you know what? Hey, I'm going to rotate the camera. But before I do, let me just explain. So I'm sitting here at the side door. And I don't know if you have a side door stoop, or maybe it's a front door stoop, back door stoop, where you just come for a quick sit, right? Quick sit. And this stoop is where I come, or we come, or friends come on by, they see us sitting on the stoop, and we just hang out here. This is also where I come out, in this particular case, when Steve is putting Ambrose to sleep, doing the bedtime ritual. And this is the place that I've sat many times, this little garden that surrounds the stoop, sat many times with my mom, sort of talking about the day's events and sharing that time together. The garden I want to share with you, this little vignette, is something that has held my attention in these quiet moments as I sit here. It's held my attention. It's helped me move my attention, move to a different thought, perhaps from one that has bothered me. And that's this really great thing. That's that really great thing I've talked about, the power of nature, where momentary distraction, positive momentary distraction. There's also a meditative feel for what I'm going to share with you, particularly in this evening light, and how important it is to, in the first in Take 1 or Take Uno series, I talked about that tricolored beach in the morning light that comes through that, and the idea of illumination and what our gardens and specific plant material can speak to us or help us remember how we want to be. Well, this particular vignette is an evening light, so the close of the day, the reflection of the day's events and tomorrow's intentions. So I'm going to flip the camera. I'm going to go for a little ride. I'm going to flip the camera and share with you the vignette, and then come back and talk a little bit more. So, enjoy. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. So in the evening light, let me introduce you to Copper Kettle Peony. It's an Itoh, Itoh. It's a very special peony. There's a group of them. They are, in my mind, considered a collector's peony. This particular plant, I'll have you know, that I'm going to take her with me. And she shares this little vignette with me with London Pride saxifrage here. Just check it out, you guys. Here's something I've completely delighted in. It's this little tiny flower. I don't know if you can see the contrast between that tiny little flower and that big, ginormous tree, peony-like flower of the Ito. See that? And then underfoot, where I've often put my bare feet, are baby tears. And then just this sort of brush right here of autumn fern. So this is kind of a definitely beautiful green, but also this kind of coppery tone. I don't know if you're familiar with the autumn fern, but her new growth is spectacular in its blush of similar sort of copper color. So this is what I have, let me scoot back, this is what has held my gaze. You know, when you're so deep in thought, sort of in trance, that this is what I have fixed upon as I sit out here in the morning light, or excuse me, in the evening light. You know, the textures are just delicious. I love how this came together for me, to offer me sort of this saturation. And I have given many of these Itos as gifts because of how particularly special that peony is. And people will look at it and say, oh my gosh, you know, it's a peony? And it is. It's a hybrid. It's a blend. It's a blend, to use non-botanical terms. It's a blend between a tree peony and an herbaceous peony. And why that's important is it creates this stature where it doesn't flop. You know, we don't have the flopagouille of the herbaceous peony. And we just have this amazing sort of foliage, particularly when it comes time to either drop leaves, or particularly when in spring it sends up its sort of eternal message of hope for the spring. So this has held my attention, this little tiny vignette here at the stoop. Pardon that long shadow, but there it is. Just this lovely combination. I will miss this. I will long for this. I will recreate this. But this has been a wonderful, wonderful group of plants to talk to, honestly, you know, in my mind. For those of you that are listening now or on the replay, you may totally understand what I mean by talking to plants. I'm going to get down here with her. Oh, there's Maverick. Hello, puppets. Hello. And that's just it, right? And that even Maverick the dog can join me here, has joined. Oh my gosh, how many conversations have the dog and I had right here with this little garden. So as the sun sort of pops into my face, I wanted just to sort of offer you this glimpse of this little garden that knows me so well and has been such a pleasurable delight, right? And the stoop, where the soup of the soul is served in those precious conversations that may be mundane, but never tedious, maybe so very nurturing and nourishing, whether with self or with special other. Gosh, the list of conversations right here and what these plants have overheard. It's just, quite miraculous. So that would be Goodbye Garden Series Dos. Thank you for joining me and taking the time to spend time with me as I honor these gardens and honor the time spent here. So until tres, goodbye garden series, take 3. Take good care of your precious selves. Enjoy every bit you can in your communion with your gardens and with nature, and with that best nature in you. And I will see you here again soon. Ciao.